Welcome to TGIF Geocaching Radio, a very, very periodic podcast all about geocaching and the adventures that await. And you know, whenever Friday hits, the weekend is just a day away when geocachers can get out and enjoy the hunt for those smileys. We welcome adventure here, and with this, the last episode of 2025, I thought it would be great to bring on another well-known figure in the community, Scott Berks from the Geocaching Podcast, Scotty Berks, to talk about a famous and, to some, infamous geocaching bucket list experience, caching the ET Highway in Nevada. I did this one myself with some friends almost a decade ago, and I always love chatting with people about their own experiences, so if you haven't heard of it, you'll hear what you can expect if you decide to go all in for this one. So get your drinks and popcorn ready, because some might love it and some might hate it. If you know, you know. But one thing's for sure, the best part of geocaching adventures like this one, like completing the ET Highway with friends, is the fun and camaraderie and memories you get from the whole thing. So, all right, let us get this ball rolling. All right, so we are here with Scott Berks, who is no stranger to podcasting because he does the Geocaching Podcast. He needs no intro, but welcome, Scott Berks. Scott Barks.
Scott Barks.
Do you bark?
Arr.
Good to have you here. You have an adventure that we're going to be chatting about because this is something that I think is very famously known all around the world. And you guys held a very special event recently, and we're going to talk about it because I don't know how many people know about this trail or not, but if you don't, this is how you're going to find out. So welcome, Scott.
I would say, thank you. I would say most people know about the ET Highway.
I think so by now. How would you describe the ET Highway in 3 words?
Not fun.
Not fun.
Such a chore, if you want 3 words. But it's that being said, I consider it the mecca for geocachers. You know, I've wanted to do this trail since 2010 when it came out. I can't remember what came out in 2008, I think, or something like that. But yeah, I wanted to do it in 2010 is when it first went on my radar.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me, 15 years to actually finally get out to do it.
For anybody who isn't aware, the ET Highway is a power trail of currently, at least officially, I think 2,400-ish geocaches, all roadside throughout the desert in Nevada.
Yeah. Yes. But it has grown. It has grown to... Now there's GeoArt out there, and now there's other trails. Then there's the Nevada Cacher series out there, where it's all Nevada cachers, hundreds of caches. There's an alien head. There's a spaceship GeoArt out there. We did the spaceship. In fact, we did the spaceship GeoArt, and it was November. We did it in November of 2025, and it was just past the rainy season. In fact, we went on Friday. It snowed on Monday, right? And so, needless to say, the spaceship is in a dried up riverbed. Well, maybe in July it's a dried up riverbed, but in November after a snow, it's a moist riverbed. Needless to say, cars got stuck, people got stuck. I walked out of there with cement blocks on my hiking boots, walking through that mud. It was like walking in how do I describe it? Pudding. It was like walking through pudding.
Molasses. Yeah, pudding molasses. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I literally had to scrape my shoes 20 minutes cleaning my boots up. They are worked in well now in terms of,
It's fun though. Yeah.
Oh no, that was a blast. Don't get me wrong. Please, damn me. But to walk that, we got to the point where we couldn't drive it anymore. We had to hike it because the cars were sinking. They were sinking into the mud, And I know a couple of the people I was with got stuck. Their Jeep actually got stuck in it. They had to get it out. So it's It's an adventure. I'll give you that. I
Yes.
mean, I one of the things I love doing is, I love caching by myself. I'm one of those people. I love
Mm,
partners and I love going out with people, but I also love caching by myself.
mhm.
And I got to do that. I didn't think I'd get to do that on this trail, but they actually dropped me off because we were going down the trail and there was an offshoot of 12 caches. And I'm like, you know what? Let me off. I'll go walk it. You guys keep going. Pick me up on the way back. It was like a 2 mile hike for 12 caches. And uh, I was by myself in the middle of nowhere. Okay, I took video of it and pictures of it by
Mhm.
myself, middle of nowhere, just turned my phone on and because I had no service, so I just turned my music on and just walked the trail, and I was in heaven. I was in absolute heaven, you
Mhm.
and a as the sun started to set, it was 3 o'clock.
Oh, oh,
It was
man.
just beautiful, just
And
gorgeous.
over the desert, there's, like, nothing
Ah,
else around. It's just
nothing there.
pitch quiet.
Of course, now that I think back on it in hindsight, I'm like, "Wow, I coulda get bit by a rattlesnake, and I would've been done."
Uh-huh.
Done.
Uh-huh.
Like, hindsight, like, "Man, maybe that wasn't the smartest move," but I mean, just so great, you know?
Yeah, I looked up the trail on the geocaching map just to find that alien head. And yeah, the alien head is all traditional caches. It's
Yeah,
all off-road. It's just plain old desert land. And I guess there's probably four by four trails or ATV trails or somewhere there maybe, but it looks pretty flat and bland.
yeah, yeah, it
And you
was.
hiked the whole thing
We
or
hiked
most of it.
we hiked a lot no, not the head, we hiked spaceship. We hiked the
Oh, the
space
space. Yeah, yeah, right
right, we
next to
had
it.
to.
Yeah.
We had to. Yeah, we had no choice. Couldn't drive, we tried.
For a
Yeah.
good starting point, I don't know where number one is, but the alien head
Should be
number
right around there.
two.
It should be
Yep,
near it, number 1.
the center of the mouth. Alien head number 01 is GC253ZN, and then the spaceship. Well, the UFO is just to the southeast of that, right
Yeah.
along the trail.
Oh, it's right there.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, and yeah. I mean, it's Nevada. It's all desert, and so I heard something about a lot of that land might actually be owned by people. There might be farms and ranches and whatnot out there. I've heard horror stories of some cache owner or not cache owners, but land owners not liking some people around the area and coming out with weaponry.
Really? No problem. One of the funny things is, excuse me, on day 2, it was me, JF Hides, and, Special 6, from Canada, Brody,
Mm,
and we're in a car together, and we're finishing up our section, and we get kinda like we don't wanna go back, so we wanna keep going forward because it looks like there's a road
mm,
that hooks to the main road. You're looking at off guys, you have to understand is, like, you have no service here, no service.
no.
80% of the 85% of the time, you are in SOS, 0 service. Downloadable maps is a and GPX files is an absolute necessity.
Mm-hmm,
It's
mm-hmm.
not a wish, it's a necessity.
Yep.
So or a GPS device, if you will.
Yes.
Um, if you're old school.
Hopefully, you've got a GPS device with you.
If you're old school and you have a GPS device. Um So, we're looking at topo maps. I'm like, okay, this looks like a road here. So we drive another 35 minutes down this dirt road. And we get to, and we're driving towards the highway. We're like, all right, we're going to get to the highway. We're getting to the highway. And I'm like, what is that? Turns out there's a fence. There's a gate. And I look at JF Hides and Romy. I'm like, I'm not going back. We're going through this gate. And so I get out of the car and I walk up to the gate and I managed to get it open.
Mm,
Not even illegally. I managed to get it
mhm,
open, and so we got
mm,
the car through. But, like, yeah, it's you were you I mean, on day 2, we started the day driving 24 miles into the desert,
mm-hmm. Yep.
like, into the desert, not on a into the desert,
Mm-hmm.
so, like, you need gas, you gotta make sure gas is an absolute priority and,
Yeah.
because you are stuck.
Mm.
You know?
It's interesting because most people have very, very similar experiences doing this. I did it with three of my friends back in was it 2014, and we took 3 days to do the 2400 and 2400 caches in the series.
Mm.
And so it's always great to hear people's experiences and experiences and strategies. So the ET highway, because it's so long and large, and everybody loves trying to get as many as possible in one day. That's just the way it works. Various people have different strategies, and some people like these strategies, and some people don't. And so there's a lot of drama about how you do
Oh,
these ones.
of course.
Is it geocaching? Is it not geocaching? But the one thing that is absolutely certain about doing this series is if you do it with friends, which is necessary, that's another story. But
Yeah.
if you do it with friends, it is a fantastically fun adventure. So it's definitely an experience for the bucket list.
Oh, absolutely.
You know.
It's been on my bucket list, like I said, for 15 years. Yeah.
So
Oh,
you went to do it a couple of weeks ago. So we were talking about your driving experience. Now, what did you do? You hosted an event, right, for your podcast?
so what happened? So okay, I'll break it down to the very beginning. So
Hmm.
I took over the Geocaching Podcast in 2018 from Head Hard Hat, and I revamped it. And it was me and Shorty Nits and Taz 427. And we were on it for years. And we talked about doing this. We talked about, hey, what an amazing idea to do the ET Highway and bring listeners with us.
Hmm.
Many listeners who want to come do it. We'll all join together, get cars, we'll caravan, we'll do the ET Highway. And it just sat and we talked about it and blah, 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 blah. You know, we went back and forth. The years went by, years and years and years. And finally at the beginning of 2024, I look at Chad, I'm like, let's do it this year. We're doing it this year. We're gonna do it. I go, and so actually no, late 2023, I should say. And I'm like, 2024. I'm sorry, because this is 2025. Yeah. So late 2024, sorry. I say to Chad, let's do it. We're going for 2025. He's like, let me check with my wife. And everything was good. He's like, we're good. Let's do it. And Craig is like, I'm in, and so we put it out there to listeners. Like, hey, if just a feeler, like anybody who is interested, come on, let's have some fun. Because it's during Thanksgiving, which anybody who's out of the country, I don't know how many people are in the States, or Thanksgiving is a real family holiday.
Hmm.
It's a tall ask. It's a hard
Yeah,
ask.
yeah, yeah.
Say, leave your family and come spend Thanksgiving with us.
Or bring your family.
I knew it was a tall order. I know. I
Yeah.
don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I haven't in 28 years. So for me, it's easy. I traveled that way during that
Mm.
time anyway. So for me, easy. Craig was in. Chad talked to his wife. He was in. So now we throw it out to listeners. We got 82 responses. 82 saying yes. Let's do it.
That's
82.
crazy.
Okay, that's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried because, like, I can't house 82 people. You've been there. You know what it's
Hmm.
like out there.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
that's a
housing
lot of
82
yeah,
people. Yeah, that was
yeah.
that was a worry. But I knew I'm like, I bet you will get half. That was my guess is people, because it was just are you interested?
Mm.
But then when it's time to, pony up, to walk up to the bar and order your drink, a lot of people back down.
Mm.
So sure enough, when it came time to knuckle up or shut up, I think we had 36.
Hmm.
36 was the total. 9 cars. We had 9 cars,
Hmm.
which 9 cars doing the ET highway is
It's yeah.
s
That's a caravan.
sweet, you know?
And not only is Thanksgiving a tall ask, but the ET highway itself is a tall ask. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
yeah,
2,400 caches, and if you're going to do the whole thing, it's going to take at least 2 or 3 days.
yeah.
And so, the way I like to call it is I consider it a marathon, and just like a marathon, you have to start and you have to all be together, and like nobody in your team can be I'm bored, I can't take this, I got to go, because then it just
Oh,
takes everybody down. You've
yeah,
all got to be there from the
we all
beginning
gotta
to
be
the
there.
end, or when you
And
all decide.
I made the mistake of day 1 of not switching. I jumped. I was the jumper the whole day. The
Mhm.
whole day, dude. Okay, that next day, I was in so much pain. So much pain. I'm way too old to be jumping all day. Right.
So you say jumper. Can you describe your strategy for
Okay, so
how you
yeah,
did the caches?
absolutely. So we had a driver,
Mhm.
you had a jumper, the jumper, and then you had a signer. What we did is we we created a oh my god, why can't
Stamp. Stamp?
the word is escaping. Stamp. So I created 10 GCPC Turkey Trot stamps. Okay.
Mhm.
Really cute. It's a turkey with an alien head. It's adorable. So um each car got a stamp. Each
Mm.
car got a stamp. So what you'd have a stamper, you'd have a runner, and you'd have a driver and a navigator if you needed one, if or an extra person. So so the runner, so you'd start with a cash in your hand. The runner would have cash in your hand. The driver would stop. You'd run. You'd switch cash. You drop yours and pick another one up. You'd run back to the car and you give it to the stamper. And while you're driving to the next cache, which was 528 feet away, that stamper is taking it out, stamping it with the GCPC logo, closing it back up, handing it back to the handing it back to the runner. The runner stops, gets out of the car, runs, wash, rinse, repeat 1,000 times.
All day.
All day long.
Mm-hmm.
So I was the runner all day long. So
That's
I'm like,
insane.
I'll do it. Bah, bah, bah. Oh my God. I was so much pain the next day. Holy moly. So much pain the next day. Yeah. But it was fun. I mean, I enjoyed, I got the steps in, I got out of the car,
Oh,
you know, I liked it. I liked getting out of the car. I have horrible ADD and so just to be able to get out of the car and keep acting, I need that constant pop, 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 you know? And so I was okay. I was just hurting the next day, you know, that's my age, you know,
we kind of had the similar strategy. We did that, the driver, the stamper, and then 2 jumpers, and they would swap, and then eventually kind of rotate once or something. But it's the same strategy, right? And a lot of people, I mean, that's where the drama is, right? Because you can make the argument that you're visiting every single cache and you're signing every single cache. The only issue is that you're moving a cache from one to the next.
Yeah.
I think the reason why it's kind of an exception is because the cache owners condone that.
And that's what I was going to say. I talked to Gus, one of the creators of the ET Highway. He actually showed up to one of my side events, my final side event in Vegas. And he totally agreed. He didn't have a problem with what we did. He didn't have a problem, you know, he says that's what they want you to do. You know, you got to keep it moving, you know. So,
So would you try that strategy anywhere else, or is that kind of an exception just for ET?
Oh, no, you don't do that. No, come on. No.
No, I'm kind of the same way. When it comes to that, it's like it's still geocaching, but it just feels a little off. But I mean, the reason why is because it's like that. It's a whole experience. It's like the whole trail is one experience, and to experience it like that, doing the one down, like I think number 0001, the letterbox, the first one in the series, that's a letterbox. And do they still have a box with spare containers there?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're encouraged to take containers for replacements just in case along the series. Yeah. Just because it would be insane to maintain. If one cache goes missing.
Dude, we brought 500 containers. 500. And guess what? You know how many I came home with? None.
0.
None. I burned through hundreds in the first day. First day, I burned through. Oh my God, burned through. I'm like, we're not gonna have enough. Like, oh yeah. You'd be amazed how many weren't there. Yeah, just because the weather and the wind blows it, and
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, did you also employ other creature safety strategies? You know, for snakes and scorpions.
No, I was a little disappointed. Okay, I saw wild horses, which were amazing. I saw bulls on the side of the road. I saw cows on the side of the road. I saw gazelles.
Oh yeah,
prancing through the desert. Amazing. Yeah. Did not see a scorpion. Did not see a snake. Although I did step in front of a cactus. Okay, I mean, I swear it reached out and bit me. Totally bloody everywhere. I got me good. Like walked into a cactus, like this really sharp one, and just blood all over my pants.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't stop bleeding. Like I punctured my leg. Well, yeah.
Well, I'm starting to think that scorpions and snakes are mythological creatures.
I can't believe I didn't see one. I thought for sure
it was the same. We had our guys. We were all kicking the stone piles. Because most of these caches that are along these vast stretches, they're just the same. You can see 3 caches down the road because it's just
from 100 feet away. You're like, there it is.
But you got in the habit of kicking the top couple of stones just to make sure that you don't reach in and get stung or anything or bitten or anything. So none of that. Huh? So what was your best day then on the trail? So because we managed to get 900 in one day, visiting every single cache. So were you able to? I assume you were able to get over 900 then.
Oh yeah. We were at 1,600 a day.
Oh yeah. Because I felt when we were done, I felt like we could have easily crossed 1,000. So on that day, we'd started early morning, not super early, but I think it was something like 5 or 6 a.m. But then we had to finish just after dark because we had planned, but we hadn't planned well enough, and so we ended up at one of the westernmost lines of caches on the road, but we'd finished that segment, and the nearest segment was back farther away from where we were staying, and we didn't have enough gas to do that. So we didn't really plan out our
Oh,
stretches very well, and we
no.
had to quit for the night. So we
Yeah,
hit
you gotta get
on the
back.
spot 900.
Nice. No, we actually one of the beauty things of doing it with a lot of people is you have a lot of brains and you know, a lot of
Mm,
people. I mean, we had a whole committee of people, like aside from just the listeners who came with us, we had we had somebody working the hotels. We had somebody working. We had uh, Chad working the. He created all the GPX files. He broke them down for 9 cars. He did it. I mean, it was incredible. Everybody had their own sets. Everybody had their own. This is what you have. You cannot come home until you do these. This is
mm-hmm,
this. He would say, "This is your set for day one. This is your set for day two."
mm-hmm,
And for each car, there was 9 cars for each car, got their own set.
mm-hmm,
Somebody dealt with the hotels. Romy dealt with all the social media. I remember we had a we had an app that we all talked to each other on all the time. We had a lockdown Facebook page, for all that
mm-hmm,
stuff, for
mm-hmm,
getting together and talking and setting up cars, setting up airports, setting up rides. Who's coming to Vegas when, blah 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 blah.
mm-hmm.
It was amazing. It was such a well-oiled machine. I just sat back and I was like, "Ah, yay!" Um, but it was a well-oiled machine. It really was pretty amazing once everybody got rolling. Because remember, this was a year in the making. This isn't like we didn't
Mm-hmm,
like quickly rip this together. It was a year in the making,
mm-hmm,
you
mm-hmm.
know. So we had oodles amount of time to figure out how to work this and how to do it. And
Yeah.
and Chad did an amazing job with the GPX files. Just
Mm-hmm,
amazing,
mm-hmm.
breaking it down and I don't know how he did it. He did a really good job, but he made it so stupid easy. It was so stupid easy,
That's
you
good.
know, just download these GPX files, load them into your phone. That's day one. That's day two.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's easy for this car. Depending on what car you are.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was great. So it was a lot of fun in terms of, and obviously, like I say, it was a chore. I mean, what how do you describe it in 3 words? I'm gonna throw it back at you. You know,
I I would still go to the marathon and say that it's like in a marathon or any kind of race, really anything where you have to show endurance, you always hit a wall at some point. There's always something where you just want to stop. Everything is just screaming at you. It's like, I'm bored, I'm tired, I hurt, I'm sore. But if you get over that hump, then it's almost like relatively speaking downhill from there.
right.
And I think it's that same sort of thing with this because yeah, when you're going cache after cache, hours upon hours upon hours, you have to have that mindset of pushing through. And
Right.
so it is a chore slash, there you go, chore slash marathon.
And one of the great things wasn't doing it. It was after,
Yeah.
we had 36 people that we
Hmm.
entertained. I mean, I drank more booze and like had more fun those 2 nights that I was out there.
Mm,
3 nights, like technically 3 nights.
yeah.
Oh my God. Like there's nothing. Want to know what's worse than doing ET highway? Doing the highway hungover AF is worse. Worse.
So with all of your planning for all of these caches, did you make a note of other key stops along the way,
Oh
such
yeah.
as the oldest in Nevada,
Got
which
it.
I think now, just looking at the map, there's a few caches actually leading up to that one now, right
There is.
off the
Got
18.
those two. Yep.
GCF9 XKD 380.
That's
That's the
XKD.
oldest.
That's
There
what
you
it is.
go.
Thank you.
That's the one.
That's on. Well, that one's on the mountain. That one you gotta climb up the mountain for. That was a good one. Beautiful view. I got a picture of the view. It's gorgeous. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. It's beautiful. Yeah.
It's a desert, but it is beautiful.
Oh, it's
Where did you
gorgeous.
guys stay though? Did you go to Tonopah? I think that seems to be the common hangout for
So,
ETers.
so most people stayed in Tonopah. Yeah, or Tonopah, if you will.
Tonopah.
So Jeff Hides and I flew in Wednesday night. We didn't get in until 11 o'clock. I had to work that day
Mm,
because I was out of PTO because my child in baseball. So we flew in Wednesday night, got in about 11 o'clock. So we figure we're starting in Rachel. You're starting at the beginning. So we're like, okay, we'll stay in Rachel. We'll stay at the Alien Inn. 'Cause I was debating between the Alien Inn and the Clown Motel. Those are the two
mm,
classics when we did
mhm.
I couldn't decide. So you know what? I looked at Jenny. I'm like, we're staying at both. We're gonna do
Mhm,
both.
mhm.
So that night, Wednesday night, we stayed at the Alien Inn. So we
Yeah.
got in about 1:30 in the morning, 1:45.
Mhm,
Stayed at the Alien Inn, which is a treat. for anybody
Oh
who's
yeah.
ever seen the Alien Inn.
And if people don't know, in the little Alien, there is I think there's a wall with trackables on it, if I recall.
Yes, there is. And there's money on the ceiling. Did you see the money on the ceiling? There's dollar bills hanging on the ceiling.
Yep.
It's really cool. People there, absolutely amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing couple who own it.
Yeah.
Beautiful people.
And it's been in some movies, so you might spot it if you watched it.
Yeah. Yes, it has been.
Look it up.
So we stayed there. It was interesting to say the least. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say good or bad. You need to experience it for yourself. It was interesting. And then the next 2 nights we stayed in the Clown Motel in Tonopah.
You got to stay there.
Did you stay there?
I'm a little bit jealous.
You didn't stay at the Clown Motel?
So okay, so this is a little story. We stayed in Tonopah for the two nights between that we were there, and there was some convention going on, and so Tonopah was just overrun. There were no available places. Everything was booked. But we had 4 guys, 1 car, and we got to with some dust insurance. We got to the A single hotel. I can't remember what it was called, but there was one opening, and it was a small room. But there was one couple ahead of us, and they decided to turn it down because they wanted something better. But we don't think that they had been around the town because there was nothing. We had called, we had gone in everything. Everything was completely booked. So we took this tiny room, three big guys and 1 medium guy, and we're in this tiny thing. It smelled so bad. It was but we had I think 2 of them shared the bed. I was on the floor between the wall and a bed, and one of the other guys was on the other part of the floor, and we were just crammed in this tiny room just so we could get a good night's rest.
Yeah, it's
but
it's I mean, Rachel isn't even a town. It is a town, but it's not a town. It's a town in the loosest sense of the term town. Tonopah is a town. It's got a main street. It's got all that stuff. It's a town, but it only has a couple hotels. One of them being the famous Clown Motel. If you've never seen it, guys, Google famous Clown Motel.
It's creepy when you look at it. Ooh, yeah.
It is a must Google if you've never heard of it. It is a must Google. And in Tonopah, it's a must stay. Shame on you for not staying there. It's a must stay. It's so creepy. It's a cemetery in the back, and in the back, it's a cemetery in the backyard of the hotel is of people born in like the 1700s and stuff like that. Really creepy. They even sell like the EKG meters, like the Ghostbusters meters. They sell that stuff. You could rent those to go and like look for ghosts and stuff like that.
We should have at least gone there to see what kind of souvenirs they had. Man, missed opportunity.
Yeah,
stick that on your bucket list.
Make your way back to Tonopah.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Like, if you go into it thinking you're going to find 2,400 great caches, you're going to be disappointed.
Oh, God,
it's not about the individual caches; it's about the experience as a whole.
Yeah,
and you've got to be in it for the whole thing, or just take segments at a time. I know some people just go to number 0001 just to get the first one, and they're done. It is good enough for them, That's because
like
at 0001 there's that alien, was it research center or something, and it's got a huge, enormous metal alien creature thing, I think, out front.
Yeah, it's an experience. It's an experience. You got to go. You have to go for the experience. That's all you can go for, and go with people. Like we couldn't have chosen a better idea to go with listeners and to go with people. And I went with people I've known for years and people I met on that trail. So it's like it was just an amazing experience just to share it with a bunch of people.
Now, did you do the tradition of adding another geocache at the end of one of the trails?
Yes, we did.
Yay! So, yeah, there's a little tradition. If you do all of the ET caches, and you can still see there's tons of roadsides beyond the ET trail. It's the state is littered with them. But at the end of one of the stretches, there's another bunch of caches that aren't ET that are all people putting one more. It's like it's the rite of passage.
Yeah,
to place a cache, get it published.
And the funny part is it's still at an FTF. No one's logged it yet.
Oh, so I've got ours on watch. So it was named "This Isn't Canada," and so I've got that on watch.
Did I log it?
I hope did. I think you got it. Yes, I think you popped up. So it's fun to watch that and then see who logs it, and then somebody else just did the trail.
Yeah, it's
Not that they'll remember that one at all.
no,
But
I mean, one of my best friends, Cody Dog, has one. I didn't even see it. Yeah, I'm like, did I log it? He's like, oh yeah, you logged it. I'm like, okay, yay.
the annoying thing about that is that everybody puts new caches at the end. It means you got to come back and get those ones.
I
Now
know.
there's so many that I don't have that's at the end of this trail. Like, no.
Yeah, there's an FTF out there if anybody who's interested. There's an FTF.
So I know you did your event for the ET Highway, and then you found some other stuff that's unrelated. But did anybody go around the area and find other interesting locations in the area to throw into the mix?
Yeah, like I said, there's the Nevada Cacher series. We did all of those.
Mm.
We did all of those. Yeah, I mean, well, I'm obviously by Sunday we were in Vegas, so getting caches in Vegas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We also did side events. I mean, we had 2 events a day. We had 2 CETOs, 2
Yeah.
2 celebrations.
That's good.
Oh yeah, we had minimum 2 events a day, which was great because hey, 2 more, But yeah, 2 CETOs, 2 CETOs, 2 celebrations, like that celebration icon, that celebration icon. And then I think there was a total of like 9 events. I think there was 9 total. Nobody went to but us. Like the only time we went to them was my last one was Saturday night at like 9:00 in Vegas at In-N-Out Burger because you're in Vegas, go to In-N-Out Burger. So like it was like 9:00 at In-N-Out Burger right by the airport. If you've ever been to Vegas, everyone knows that In-N-Out Burger, the one that there's no seating inside, it's only the seating outside. And it was at 9:00 and it got a crowd. It actually got a crowd, including Gus, one of the originators of the ET Highway. But it got a lot of locals. It was nice. It was actually kind of
good. That's good.
Yeah, it was Saturday night at 9:00. I mean, yeah, let's go to an event. I'd go.
I remember the one thing I regretted is when we were in the area, we didn't go to Death Valley. I think we were nearby, but it was too much of a detour on the way around that we were doing. And but we did pass one called Geocachers Heaven. And I don't remember if we looked at pictures beforehand, but there was it's pretty self-explanatory. It's GC2XBZD, and you go there, and it's still there. It's not just the cache. The location of the cache, that area is Geocachers Heaven because you drive up and you are surrounded by ammo cans of all sizes, and I think there's ammo there. It's a military outlet, I guess, or something. So that store, whoever is selling, is just there, and he's been there for years and years and years. The cache is still there. I just checked out some other recent logs, and yeah, everybody's still seeing all the ammo cans and finding that cache. And it's like, yeah, we stopped there. Geocachers Heaven, you gotta see it.
I don't think I saw it. I did not get it. Nope. I don't mind.
You should have asked before you went, and I would have told you got to go there.
Unfound. Nope, we did not get it. Some people got it. I mean, people got it that were in my group, but they did it before because people arrived early.
Yeah. So, what would you then say was your favorite moment of this whole trip?
My favorite moment of the whole trip had to be. I mean, it was just after. It was after everybody was done. Everybody had dinner, just getting drinks and just sitting here and just chit-chatting with the listeners.
It all sink in.
And we just had a table and everybody was sitting around the table and just talking, and just laughing, drinking, having a great time, just that was the best part. And that's what I was looking forward to. And it totally, held up to what I thought it would be. And we would just talk and drink till way too late, way too late. But it was a good time. It was a lot of fun. That was probably the best part. I mean, obviously, something fun about doing a chore for 8 hours, but it was cool to see. It was cool to experience doing the ET Highway. I'm like I said, I've been wanting to do it since 2010, so it was really cool to do that, and it was cool to show JF Hides, who's a new cacher. She's been caching for a year. She I think she started. I think she logged. She created her account in November of 25. No, November 24. Excuse me. And she hit her cache anniversary while we were there. And
nice.
Me and you were talking.
Good milestone.
Me and you were talking before the show, and we were laughing that how the numbers are so skewed now. With Adventure Labs. Let's go on a quick tangent here. So tangent. To show everybody the skewed. So Jenny my girlfriend, she started caching November of 2024.
Hmm.
She literally got over 1,600 adventure labs in a day. In a day, dude. Because we were going to Pittsburgh, and we stopped. We slept overnight at
Mhm.
Midwest Geobash, the fairgrounds,
Yeah.
uh, which we missed by a week. But
Oh,
we were
yeah.
going to Pittsburgh. We stopped there. We slept there. We woke up the next morning. We got the 800 caches that went live. That the
Mm.
800 adventure labs that went live in 2025. She also got the 2024 ones, another
Oh,
200.
yeah, yeah.
She's already 1,000 in. And it's like not even 9 in the morning, and she's 1,000 caches in,
See,
right?
and I would call that a chore.
That oh god, she was like, "Bling, bling, bling." She was literally doing it from bed. "Bling, bling, bling," from laying in bed. "Bling, bling, bling," right? We go to Pittsburgh, we make a little nugget of a side dash into West Virginia. She gets another 600 at that rest stop from Geo Woodstock. I already got them. I got them earlier in the year. She gets
Mhm.
another 6 she got 1,600 in a day.
Oh, boy.
So, Jenny not then she goes and does the ET highway.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
first, Craig always laughs because she caches with me, so she's gonna get high
Mhm.
numbers. Jenny
Yeah.
already has, like, 8 of the oldest caches because she caches with me, and I go for
Yeah.
the I go for the
Yeah.
oldest,
Yep.
so, like, she already has, like, 8 of the oldest caches,
Yeah.
her Jasmer's almost done, her 1 around already, and, so we go Jenny does another 4,000 with the ET highway. Mind you, she's been caching for now 13 months. It's December.
Mm.
13 months, she's 8,200 in, over 8,200.
That's when you
8,200.
look at the grid, you look at the graph, and there's,
Ah,
like, nothing, and then phew, couple days,
I
there's
mean,
this
come
spike.
on. It took me 10 years to get 10,000 caches. It took me 10 years.
Times have changed.
10 years it took me. She'll do it in 2. Yeah, she'll
Yeah.
do it in 2 years.
Yeah. That's why I call them smileys now.
No, we last night's show, we had a great name for it. What'd they call it? Labflation, I think
Oh,
is what
yes. Oh, yep, yep. That's good.
Labflation.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
like, you can't trust numbers anymore. Numbers mean nothing. They don't mean anything
Uh-huh.
with
Yep.
geocaching.
I think I talk about this. I mentioned it in the forums at one point. I think the only way to get a good grasp on how many geocaches people find is through challenges, because
Yeah,
at least there you can say no. You have to find
yeah,
physical containers,
yeah.
and then you can literally say I have found this much.
You can't hide in the challenge. You can't
Right.
hide in the challenges.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't hide your numbers. Yeah. No, I get it. I'm surprised, anybody who knows you, I'm surprised that you did the ET highway. I'm actually surprised.
Well, so this kind of goes back to what you were just saying there. It's like if you start geocaching when you know somebody who's proficient, I guess you could say professional
Lack of a
proficient,
better
you're going to start off extreme.
Right.
You're going to start off getting high DTs, oldies, and travels and challenges and all this stuff. You're going to start qualifying for things really quick because that's what they're into. They're past
Yeah, you're
the
following that. Yeah, sure.
yeah, they're past discovering the lamppost and the one in the park around the corner and things like that. They're off doing oodles every day. Your stats are going to be through the roof. So it's kind of like what happened with me. So when I started in 2009, I knew some people or I met some people who were doing geocaching, and they were good friends, but they were doing more of the extreme stuff. And I thought that was so awesome, like the adventure behind all that. And so I was starting to do challenges in the first year. And we have kind of, the oldest fizzy one, the California Fizzy Challenge.
Mhm.
We have an equivalent in Canada. It's the Tequila 81 grid. And it's exactly the same, except the date is a little later. And so I was working on that, doing the DT grid for the Tequila 81 fizzy grid. And so I was targeting all these really old, like the oldest of each of the DTs. Any trip I was doing, any road trips or flights, conferences and stuff, I was like looking for the closest that would fit that DT.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
That was oldest, and I think it was July 17, 2007, I think, something like that. So few and far between, and I was going for that. So I was already starting to do more of the extreme stuff, just because when you start out and you know somebody who's already into the extremes, you're off running to those challenges.
I totally relate to that. The person who taught me to cache, his name is I See It. He still caches, kind of. Old school cacher.
Mm.
When I say old school, it's like he doesn't believe in lamp skirts. He doesn't. He is a get lost in the woods guy.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
caches, okay, just for example, his caches, you know, what's the mantra of a cache in the woods? There's always a way. There's always a path. You just gotta find the path. There's always a path. Usually
You always
find the
find it
path.
on the way out.
Yeah, the way out. I see it hides. There's no path. He'll bushwhack you. He'll bushwhack you 600 feet into the bush.
Yeah.
There's no path because that's, you know, he is an old. I was taught by an old school. I love going in the woods. I love being in the woods by myself. I love being in the woods with people. To me, I do find. I mean, for me, this game, there's something for everyone. Obviously, there's a place for lamp skirts. There's a place for the power trails. There's a place for the adventure labs, and there's a place for the woods. You know, I love the woods, but I also love a good power trail. ET. I also love a lamp skirt every now and again. But I was taught the woods. That's how I was taught.
Yeah.
You know, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm that kind of a.
That's
cat.
where the experience is. Like that's
that's
pure
to me,
geocaching experience. Yeah.
He taught me how to read a trail. He taught me everything about it. The woods. I knew nothing about the woods. I didn't grow up hiking and camping. I didn't grow up that way. He taught me that. You know? So I'm there. So yeah, I get that. Like in terms of like how, like I spent the better part of 2010, 2011. We had something in Chicago called the Challengers Challenging Challenge. I think it's so. What it is, you know, back in like the early, you know, 2000s, early teens, late 2000s, early teens, all the challenge caches was crazy. It was the Wild West of challenge caches.
Yep.
Remember like the insane ones?
Pre-moratorium.
Oh, pre-moratorium. It was like the Wild West, man.
Yeah.
So I spent the better part of 2 years. Every cache I found went towards a challenge because the Challengers Challenging Challenge was you have to find 2/3 of the Chicago challenge caches. I had to find 2/3. Now here's the problem. It's a moving target.
Yeah.
They kept coming out. Challenges came out. So whenever you see another one come out, you'd be like, oh, come on.
Yep.
Now I got to find like 3 more, you know, like, because you can't just, you know, so.
It's there's an added challenge to that because the ones that you can unqualify for, you have to know when you qualify, and then there's that added rush to get to the challenge before you unqualify again.
Right, exactly. So like I was trying to so I spent the better part of 2 years. Every cache I found went towards a challenge. I was working on like 10 different challenges, right? Every cache I found was not just a willy-nilly blah. No, if it didn't count, I wasn't going for it. I wasn't wasting my time. So I remember the night before. So that weekend, I drove to Southern Illinois, deep Southern Illinois, because there was a bunch of challenge caches in Southern Illinois that I qualified for at about 3.5, 4 hours down south. Because I'm way up to the top. I'm by Wisconsin. I'm by Chicago. So I drive down there. I stay overnight, and I'm sitting I remember I'm sitting in my room, and I meet it, and I'm paranoid because if one comes out, I'm hosed. And meanwhile, the final is all the way back near Chicago. So I got to drive 4 hours, you know. So, oh my God, that drive took forever because I kept looking at my phone. I just kept looking at my phone, waiting for a challenge because they were coming out like crazy. Like at that time, they were like popping up.
And that's the thing, right? Like, yeah, if you unqualify for that one, you can't just go and find a cache to requalify. It's a challenge.
Yeah, you got to.
It has to be a challenge you qualify for already, or one that you will have to work to qualify. You can't just go out and find it and qualify again.
And some of them were crazy. Yeah. So, yeah, but I mean, those like, you know, like at some point, I think every cacher gets there. I know we're going way off topic here, but at some point, you have to challenge yourself. You know, like it's great in the beginning. Hey, it's great. I'm caching, blah blah blah, and then like you kind of hit a wall, and you're like, okay, there's got to be more. You know, and then you start finding challenges or fizzies or jazzers, you know, and you start finding these things.
And that's why the ET is another good bucket list one, because one, it's thousands of caches. And so that will already go towards who knows how many challenges for quantity in a short time. But it's like you do that and you're set for a while.
Yeah,
it's like you get your fix for the year.
Only that. Funny thing enough, I think I closed like 5 treasures. I think I have 2 left, like a couple left of 2. Yeah, I closed like 5 of them. Yeah, so it's awesome.
And then do they still have? So there's the other thing about the ET Highway is that they used attributes to try, because they're power trails. A lot of people did this. They used yes, it still does attributes to distinguish them, so people could filter them out or filter them in. And so the ET Highway, all 2400 plus, have the scuba gear required attribute.
Genius.
So now, yeah, if you got any challenges where you've got to find scuba caches, do the ET Highway, and then you can brag that you found thousands of scuba
Thousands
caches.
of them. I know it's really skewing the.
Oh,
It's really
brother.
skewing that one. Yeah.
So lots of reasons to do the ET. Even if you just go to 0001, get the letterbox, and
Yeah.
you reach up and touch the ET Highway road sign, that massive sign that people have slapped stickers all over, and it's a kind of a rite of passage itself, very touristy attraction. And you can enjoy the Alien Research Center. You get a lot of that experience just at the beginning if you can't manage to do a marathon like that. But just to get out there, this is enough, even I would think, for most people for the adventure.
Yeah, and my advice is to go. When did you do it? Did you do it in November? When did you guys go?
February.
Oh man, how was that? How was the weather there?
It was perfect, beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, we had great weather. It was
Yep.
60s. I had a hoodie on at the start of the day, but at the end of the day, the hoodie was off.
And if you rent a car, make sure you've got dust insurance.
Oh God, I didn't get dust insurance. So here's the funny story. So the car was absolutely wrecked.
Uh-huh.
Wrecked. So I take it. So I drive it into Vegas. I take it to the car wash. The guy looks at it. He looks at me. He looks at the car. He looks at me. He goes, $50. I go, done.
Well, because if you think about it, you're driving and you're just doing like 100 meters down, 100 meters down, 100, and all that dust, you speed up, you kick up the dust, and then you stop, and the dust runs right back into you. And you've got the door open because the jumper's going out. So all the dust just keeps following you into the car.
It was everywhere.
Everywhere.
It was on me. It was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Dust was everywhere. I couldn't complain. I mean, the guys, you could have said $100. I would have said done. Like I had to get it clean. Like, oh my God. It took, 35, 40 minutes. Like I was in that car, like cleaning the outside was easy. The inside, that was the problem.
Yeah. Nooks and crannies. Yep.
So gross. It was so gross.
Yeah.
And then the best part is that is the next day, like that Sunday, I'm going to return the car. So what's the first thing to do last thing to do when you have a used car, or a rental car, you fill up the tank,
Mm-hmm.
So I go to the gas station, I open the flap and there's just dust. He didn't open it's just like a cake
Wow.
of dust right by the to open up the gas thing. Like there's that little shelf right there. I mean, like this like an inch thick of dust.
Uh-huh.
Oh no. They didn't do that. Yeah. Just so much dust.
Yeah. Well, I'm jealous that I couldn't make it to the event. It would have been fun to join in on that and enjoy the merriment of so many people.
Yeah, I mean, FF Skippy, a cacher FF Skippy, he'd done it already. He's like, I did it already. He's like, I'm going. He's like, I'm coming.
Yeah,
he did. He's drove.
Fun.
He was a driver. Yeah, and I think he got 500. I think.
Yeah.
So he still made pretty well. Yeah, because he did last time. He was like you. I don't think like the alien head existed and the spaceship existed last time he did it. So
I think the head and the spaceship were there. I remember because we looked at the map and like, can we do that? No, it's off the road.
And then something he did.
Mm-hmm.
Something he got like 500. So something we did. He didn't.
Yeah.
We also all got tattoos, which was nice. We all went to and got $10 tattoos, which is horrible. Horrible.
Well, it'll be a memory for life.
Oh man. Yeah, got $10 tattoos.
So that was a great event, I'm sure, and everybody's going to have great memories. But because it's year end for the 2025 Roundup, what would you describe is your highlight for this past year? Was it this trip?
This trip was up there. West Virginia was incredible. Was absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
The gig event was
Geo Woodstock, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Went up to Fall Fest in Ontario. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Such a great event.
It's great to see you there. Yeah.
Yeah, such a great event. Beautiful. God, it's beautiful up there in the fall.
Props to the team.
Gorgeous. Yeah, such a great event. I mean, first time, it's great. Yeah. So yeah, it's between the ET Highway. I mean, I went to Alaska this year. Saw Alaska. Went to Sitka. Oh, Sitka in April is stupid amazing. Just amazing. Yeah. So it's been a really good year, in terms of, and 2026 is already gearing up, man. We got Utah on the map. Utah's in play for.
Oh yeah. Did you have you got the oldest there that's needed for the Jasmer? No, you're gonna go for that one.
No, go for I got one to the triple Jasmer, and it's that one. So
Yeah. Oh.
I got Arizona for the last Geocache. That's in play.
Oh, yep.
Obviously, West Bend and Midwest Geobash. And,
yeah, 2025 was big for events. It was 25 years of geocaching, so it was a big year.
Pretty amazing. Yes, it was a heck of a year. I think I totaled it out. 13 states I cashed in this year. So pretty good. Not complaining about that. So good. Yeah, Bamarama was great. Went to Bamarama. That was great.
Yeah, that's coming up in February.
Yeah, that's on the radar. We're thinking about it.
Yeah. On that note, thank you, Scott, for joining us. It was great to hear your experience about the ET Highway, and maybe it'll give some other people ideas. I think I've heard some other strategies people have used for ET, but I think as long as the owners are fine with it, and you're getting the full experience and leaving things for follow-up cachers to find, then enjoy the highway.
Enjoy it.
Yeah,
it is. Highway is a loose term, but
yeah, off road, yeah, whatever. So if you haven't done it already, then put it on your list. People come from all over the world to do this highway. It's like it's world known. There are trails like this in other countries, but there's something about the ET Highway that's unique. That you got to do it at some point.
It's funny that we've got the penny farthing right here in my backyard. Which is 4,500. It's the biggest one in the world. I've done like 200 of them. Just because it's right there. It's it's an hour away from me. But it's like I'll get to them. It's one of those things. I kind of like ET, but like I know that's all the listeners were like, okay, what's next? Everybody was like, what's next? Like we're all in now. Where are we going next?
Here?
Like, oh, man. It was like a year planning to this thing.
Yeah. Well, looking forward to 2026 and what it brings.
Yeah. Always.
It's great to have you on.
Have a good year.
You too. See you next year.
I'll see you. Don't worry. We'll our paths will cross, I'm sure.
Fist bump. Well, that was awesome. Thank you so much to Scott for sharing about his adventure with the ET Highway. I know there's different strategies about the ET Highway, and some people think it's good and some people think it's not. I think what it comes down to is just if they're found, they're found. And if somebody else had a great time, great. And if you wouldn't do it that way, then don't do it that way. I think it's that simple. In this case, it's kind of an exceptional circumstance because the cache owners are aware of all of the stuff that people do. And so it's there and it's been there for a long, long time. So I say get out there, enjoy it the way that everybody seems to want to enjoy it, and make some memories, have some fun. On that note, it is the end of 2025. And so to round off the year for Cache the Line, if you're aware that there have been very few episodes of the podcast out this year because focus has been on other things. But some of the highlights, with not a lot of caching going on, monthly FTF streaks. So trying to find at least one FTF each month. That seems to be a really common thing these days, especially in places where there are FTF hounds, as they like to call them, who, whether they're trying or not, are just always there for every single FTF. And it gets really hard. So it's nice to, the start of the month comes around and you get the adrenaline pumping. I've got to go find it. I've got to get this FTF. Just one this month. And then everybody is like fresh start at the beginning of the month. Nobody's got an FTF yet. The first one comes out and everybody's rushing to try to get that FTF. But the nice thing is people are doing monthly FTFs. They slowly drop out. And then it gets a little easier and a little easier. You just got to hope that there are caches that actually get published, because there's been a few months where we've come to the last week or last few days, still no FTF. And it gets so tense. But those are the times when, at least a while back, it was a matter of looking how far can we go? How far is there an FTF still available? Are you willing to drive an hour or two or more to get an FTF that's been around for a month? That's been one of the highlights. So I've got at least 12 finds this year. But there have been a few others. And the other big thing that I've been loving is just attending events, seeing friends and seeing the community. There have been a few mega events. The Giga event, Geo Woodstock, that is definitely a bucket list event. Didn't want to miss that one this year. Midwest Geobash is always as an annual highlight, and I think it's kind of becoming a family tradition as well. Its unique aspect of it is the fact that it's a most of the week long camping style event. So they're at a fairgrounds. And so you come and you can set up camp and you're there for most of the week. It's a fairgrounds. They have stuff going on at the fairgrounds every day that you're there, stuff for all ages. And people are there sometimes just to camp and enjoy and to relax. And so I love Midwest Geobash, and I'm proud to be having been. I have been a sponsor of Midwest Geobash for the last number of years, and proud to be that because I think they're very much worth helping out and sponsoring because they do a fantastic job. Also, this year we had Fall Fest in Ontario, which was kind of Canada's answer to Midwest Geobash. Very similar in structure. It was at a fairgrounds in southern Ontario, just over the border of Michigan. And a lot of people from the U.S. also came. They put in a whole lot of time and effort and money to make that event a really good event, worthwhile, worth going to as well. I am one who, like, it used to be about challenges and statistics, and it's still about adventures, but like just getting to the nitty gritty of what the geocaching experience is all about. But then, the more that you're in it, the more that you know people, the more that events are such a draw. And so whether it's local events, some people do weekly local events, meetups, coffee meetups every week. I don't know how they can handle that, but it's done. Monthly events, especially just meetups to chat with people and share experiences and ideas. And if there's puzzles that need to get solved or you're having difficulty with it, you can ask people for it. So events are really big, and the tough part, I think, is getting word out. I mean, I think what we'll find in a lot of communities is that you start to get the core attendees, the same people coming to these events all the time. And I just keep thinking, where is everybody? You find all these caches and you see new names on there. It's like, oh, I haven't seen that person, but I've seen it a few times. You never see them at the events. So how can we better promote this hobby to people who are new to the community and encourage them to come out to events? Like, events aren't physical. Geocaches, sure, but they're great. They're great. So the other big thing that happened this year, obviously, if you follow Cache the Line, you're well aware that a new card game is soft launching. If you're listening, I'm doing my hand like a wave, soft launching. Since near the beginning of the year, with 25 years of geocaching, when those 25-year geocaching events were popping up, there was one local, and that was the first reveal of the Cache Hunters trading card game, collectible cards. And that came out as the swag cards first. And since then, there have been events and partnerships and themes and ideas out the wazoo to help spread the word and set some excitement. The plan is to, on the edge of it, to launch a crowdfunder for Cache Hunters, very similar to what we did before for the geocoins, the Cache Line artifacts on Indiegogo. But now it's going to be a Kickstarter, knock on wood, and it will be launching as a TCG for geocaching, the first geocaching trading card game, collectible trading card game. And already there will be a nice, huge smorgasbord of cards that are already out there to collect. And all of those cards are playable in the game or collectible, or can be used as swag in caches. You can put packs or individual cards, whatever you like. It's just a fun way to hopefully tap into another community and help promote this amazing hobby, and to have a game to play as well. Preparing for the Kickstarter launch is the last thing that's happening this year, and will likely be the first thing that happens next year. This is where life throws you curves all the time, and this year my priorities have been primarily focused on family new family, dealing with schedules and the chaos of family. But Cache the Line and Cache Line HQ and Cache Hunters. I'm still so excited about this game and the potential that it has. And so that is my highest priority in the geocaching hobby. That's for sure. There are still things to do, like videos to get out and podcasts to record, interviews that have got lined up. And so there's so much to look forward to still, but I am so thankful for this family. And so looking forward to what 2026 will bring. A whole lot of living vicariously through others, that's for sure. And hopefully a lot of selective geocaching, maybe even with Skycrawler 1. If we meet, you should look for his personal trackable. It'll be dangling somewhere along his mobility vehicle, his push cart, where he sits like a baby. Anyway, I just want to leave this episode off with a few extra words for encouragement and to wind down, close off 2025. Always be thankful. No matter how rough things may seem, someone always has it worse. So keep your sights up and be grateful for what you do have. It'll help you to be kinder and more compassionate, uplifting of others. And if everyone would think like that, what a more wonderful world it might be. Now, as a Christian myself, celebrating Christmas in its most traditional sense, I do wish you a very merry and happy Christmas, a reflective year end as you look back at the year and look forward to a fresh start in 2026, and that you would have a wonderful new year. Now make sure you go and find some geocaches before and after the clock strikes 12 so you can earn those 2 geocaching souvenirs if you haven't already. And love your friends and loved ones, and maybe even some of those who are in much greater need than we, who can listen casually to internet podcasts, could even imagine. And as always, until next time, until next year, happy caching and excellent adventuring. Bye.